at Brock because he's very underrated. He's like the type of guy who built in silence and like, without you knowing, every project has him behind it. That's
Mm-hmm.
Brock.
Well, interesting to know. But before we throw the ball to Brock, can we
Mhm.
know like what is your role with Future Girls?
Oh, to be honest, me and Brock raw dog a lot of shit together. We just kind of like,
Right.
we do the graphics together. Like I was supposed to be the artist, but also he did a lot of really good schizographic. But
Mm-hmm.
I did a more serious art like the NFT, and currently
Mm-hmm.
I'm cooking something for our condom holders. Uh,
Right.
because something happens when you throw away the condoms or burn the condoms, right? So that's that.
What
And I'm
happened?
also
I'm, I'm genuinely curious. Yeah, what happened when you do that?
This is gonna be such an exclusive informations. You get
When you do that?
on one hentai with no AI
Mm-hmm.
for our condom holders. So I hope this
Okay.
space is 18 plus because I don't want to get
Okay.
sued.
It is. It
Okay.
is.
Okay, thank God. Um, so that's that. I'm taking my time. It's not easy being if they my brain just stopped working. And
Mm-hmm.
I did business development with Brock as well, but it's mainly him really. And marketing, we just do it together as well. So that's that.
Right. Thank you. Right now, so back to Brock. Maybe Brock can also do a little short introduction of yourself. I'm pretty sure a lot of people here would love to know who is Brock. Hello, Brock. Can you hear us? I think you're mute on Play Friends.
Let me tell him to unmute.
Hello, hello, Brock. Okay,
Gee.
I think Brock got rocked.
Brock frogged. Oh, he's trying. He's trying to.
Okay.
He's he
Okay.
said, "I'm trying." Lol.
Okay. Let's let Brock try first. While
Okay.
waiting for him, maybe I just want to ask this, right? So remember when we were discussing what should we call this AMA, and then you were like, you know what, just give it the title as it is for today. So maybe you can explain to us what
Oh
does it mean
God.
by gaming and blockchain as a psychological weapon, the fandom mind control super agenda phenomenon. Because obviously, I've been getting a lot of questions about what is fandom, like, but what is all this about? So maybe Michi can like tell us a little bit about that.
Of course. One before that, Brock is asking, can he quit StreamYard?
StreamYard.
Like, I think
Yeah.
he said that it might be the cause of the problem.
Okay, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
yeah. It's,
Yep, quit it. Okay, perfect. So, yeah, it's pretty much
mm-hmm.
exactly what it says. My God. Like this, fun fact, Future Girls
Yeah.
was never meant to go this unhinged or like towards that direction. It's because Brock brought the idea to me. Like it's basically a project by ZK Candy. And he was kind of in charge of it. And then he asked if I wanted to be part of the team. And we ended
Mm-hmm.
up both taking big roles within the project.
Mm-hmm.
And he was very flexible. And like within a day, I got the access for the Twitter, and I kept asking him. I was like, "You need to tell me where to draw the limit because when I tweet, I don't know where the limit is. If you check out our tweets, they're so fucking like unhinged. Usually, I do like all the tweet related to fuck. Sorry, I'm cursing a lot. Freaking
It's fine.
dungeon
That's
and
good.
Yo, can you
related.
guys hear me?
Oh my God,
Oh,
Yay,
perfect.
Jesus
we
Perfect.
Christ!
can.
Hey, what up? What up?
Oh my
Yes.
god. Like you're finally back. We missed your voice.
Oh, that's so sweet. You guys hear me still?
Yeah.
Everything
Yes.
good? Okay, cool. All right, sorry for the technical issues on my end. My headphones broke last night for my computer, so I'm on my phone, so it's been a little rocky. But what's up, everybody? Thanks for having us. I can give a little intro from my side if you guys want.
Yes, we love that. Thank you. Please.
Awesome. So yeah, I'm Brock. I've been building in the Berachain eco since like 2022. I was co-founder of Gumball NFT Launchpad back then. Since then, Gumball has sort of morphed into like a development lab, and we make a lot of games. A lot of the games we've been working on have been focused on like Berachain POL. And so basically back in like November, I also work in the gaming industry, and I come across a lot of brands and a lot of IPs. And back in November, basically the Future Girls IP came across my desk, and it like wasn't being used for anything really. It was basically like a dormant project. I thought the branding was really funny. Like I thought the name was cool, and I thought all the imagery with it, all the anime girls and stuff was pretty dope. And I basically had a couple games that I had wanted to ship this year that I didn't really have like a good brand to do it under. So I kind of got the green light to use the Future Girls branding, and then I immediately hit Michi up, who I had known from working on Bear Drum together, like back in, I don't even know, when was that, Michi? Like 2022 at this point?
It was November 2022. Yes.
Insane.
Wow.
So yeah, like basically, because I knew Michi was like equally as unhinged as I was, and also she like used to stream and played games and stuff. So I was like, okay, that's like a good fit. And then yeah, like division of labor, like it's like me and her basically just sharing responsibilities on most stuff. And then we've got like Boss Baby, which is like another team member, and then a couple other like smaller contributors. But really, it's just like, yeah, it's been kind of a do whatever we want project. No rules really. We try to make it funny, and I think I got really burnt out on every project on Berachain being named Bera something. So I said, instead of being Bera themed, we're going to be hot girl themed. And yeah, I think we just draw a lot from our own lives and like people we hang out with, funny shit that we overhear at the bars, and that's kind of where we're at. So yeah, we've got like 2 games coming out. And thanks so much for having us. I think Play Friends is a sweet platform, and especially since we're doing gaming, it seemed like a logical kind of connection.
Totally. Maki here would completely agree with you.
Totally.
She's a gamer.
Yeah,
but like,
and when when I found out about like what Future Girls is, and I met Michi, I was like, no, I belong here with them. I belong. This is my place. You guys have no idea how happy I'm right now.
Well, you're already under our possession, so don't worry about it.
Love that.
So maybe we can hop on to like a little understanding about what Future Girls is, and like besides building games and launching games, what is the goal for Future Girls, and what are you planning to have Future Girls as for your community member? What brings the people here together for Future Girls?
I think me and Brock.
Michi, do you wanna start?
Yeah, sure. I think you can talk about like a more serious stuff. Because I think you understand that better.
I think,
but
yeah, go ahead.
For me, I'm gonna be quick. Like for me, our goal is to come together with a U and edge in unity and show love in this space that can be very draining at times. Like I think Brock feels the same, being in a space for years. It's really, you look around and everyone just wants to extract from you. Like they have some sort of a Ponzi scheme in a way or another. We just want to have fun with it. We just want to, and also I feel like women are often objectified in the space anyway. So why not sigh up the shit out of them and make it and dominate them and call them Sims and tell them what to do. But that's more.
I love that. I love the explanation.
You go, Brock.
You just
No,
own it.
that's a great way to put it. I think so like for me specifically, the blockchain space, it can become very tiring, very zero sum. You know, it's like just PvP, who can make money.
Yeah.
The thing with entertainment and gaming that I like is that there's an inherent value to it that's not monetary. Like people will pay money to play a game and have fun.
Yeah.
And so I think there's an opportunity there for products in Web3 that aren't purely about making money, but that, you know, you can incentivize and offset the cost or something like that. And I think that's like a big part of it is like Michi used the word extracting. I just feel like so many projects right now are like just max extracting from their communities. And I think we wanted to build something that was like, not just about, you know, extracting money from people, but having fun together, building cool products. And then, and, you know, I can speak more about like the mechanisms with like Bento, but it's team-based and there's an opportunity for other communities to like come in and participate and earn money for themselves too. So I think the end goal here is to just create a brand that has a lot of different products under it in Web2, Web3 that are just fun and entertaining and kind of like the core of bringing people together and hanging out really. Like Michi said, yeah, like we're kind of like, let's just do a crazy brand that has, you know, a bunch of crazy like imagery and hot chicks and stuff because, you know, why not? I don't know.
True. No, yeah, like that's true. I guess you guys just come in and own it, you know, like that's the attitude we want here. That's the energy we want here. That's the energy we feed on. So yes, we need more projects like you. Thank you, Brock and Michi, for doing the service for us.
Definitely.
Aw.
Okay, maybe I'd like to ask a little bit about this whole fandom ideology, right? So how do you define psychological weaponization in gaming and blockchain, like as you guys are doing and building right now?
I can answer this, but I think Brock can answer in more. I think you want to talk about the faction, Brock?
For Bento?
Yeah, about
Okay,
the
so
psychological weapon stuff.
yeah, I mean, the title really was like Michi was like bouncing ideas of what we should call the stream, and like true Future Girls fashion, we just tried to come up with the most like weird batshit thing ever. But I think like the psychological weapon aspect, kind of like Michi was saying, we joke a lot about our brand being like, you know, subliminal advertising and like, you know, hypnotic and like, you know, using hot girls to like get simps to like come in and spend money on you is like the sort of the joke of the project, right? Like the financial domination aspect of it.
Yeah.
So that's all just kind of like, I guess, tongue in cheek. We try not to take it like too seriously, but yeah, I mean, that's really it. It's like, I don't know, Michi, what's like the whole vibe of our project is like weird, like dominatrix anime chicks, basically. So I think that's sort of
Getting
where
to
that
the
comes from.
basement.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I
Sorry,
would
go
say
ahead.
that also relates to the fact that we do have factions in Bento, which if you think about it, it's kind of like communities against other communities, or they can choose to either PvE or PvP. Because if you want to talk about a more technical aspect of it,
Yeah.
basically on Bento TLDR, you get to draw pixels and you get to,
Mhm.
you get to draw anything on the board, and based on the pixels that you put on the board, you earn something in return, which in this case Obero and whatever, depending on the project, right? I believe that Playfriends we're going to have a faction too. I think we just have to, but like I think we talk about it, and I'm pretty sure you guys will rock with the fucking faction. I think you have more than enough Sims to put stuff on the
Oh
bento
yeah.
box. But basically, the more space in the box that faction has, the more they earn as a community, right? So that's why it's kind of like it's kind of like a weapon, as in like against other communities, and and I don't know, something like that.
Yeah, we've been
Does that make
joking that
sense?
everyone's too nice on Barachain now. We need to bring war back. So that's been our whole
Yes.
vibe. Trying to bring war back to Barachain, really.
You know what? Now that you brought and mentioned up the fact that obviously we all know that you guys are built on Barachain, like it got me thinking, like, why you guys choose Barachain? Is there a specific reason as to why Barachain?
I think we just both been here long. Like we were so early that it's like I mean, I had a bunch of stuff we were building that we had to see launch on Barachain because, that's where we'd been building it for the past few years. And also just the community is like, this is where like all my friends are. So I think building, you just tend to go where your homies are hanging out,
Yeah. No, that makes sense. That's true. That makes sense.
Michi, what about it for you? You're just Stockholm syndrome here, right?
Love that.
Did I spend 3 years of my life in this fucking chain? I mean, that, and I'm a masochist, so I actually truly enjoy being. Anyways,
Yeah, you're here for the pain.
Yeah, here for the pain. This is the best orgy ever, dude. Thank you for inviting us here, guys.
No worries. We love to have you part of this anyway. JC's laughing. Okay. So maybe we can talk a little bit about your mind control narrative, because I'm pretty sure correct me if I'm wrong. What I'm getting here is Future Girls is also trying to explore more mind control narrative, right? Is this like a metaphor for like behavioral like influence, or are we talking about literal like neurotechnological manipulation here?
To be very honest with you, 98% of the time we don't think. So I don't even know what's going on at the moment.
I love
that.
Sometimes sometimes we drop something and we don't even think about it. We just drop it first or say it first, and then we work on it afterwards. So I guess in a way you can say that it's a psychological weapon for ourselves. It's like an ammunition for me and Brock to work on something, because we started off with no product and now we do.
That's true. That's true. So
Tell Brock.
Yeah, I think what's the best way to say it? I was just in Las Vegas like last week, and you'll be playing like slot machines, and there's all these lights going off and the sound effects, and it makes you feel like you're winning even when you're not winning, right? It's just like all the dopamine hits. So I think like with games in general, that like we've joked a lot about how our products are just like made to max induce dopamine in your brains, right? With like lights and music and like hot anime girls and blah blah blah. So I think that's kind of.
Is it me or
did we just lose him?
I think
we lost him.
No way.
Sorry, I might have cut out there.
Oh, okay.
Okay, you're back.
Oh, that's hilarious. Did you just drop your
Hello?
fucking phone, dude? Yeah, hello.
Oh yeah,
We
I
can
don't know.
hear you. We can hear you.
Yeah.
Did I cut out or?
Yeah,
You did for like a split second.
Okay, cool. Yeah, just trying to control the populace with lights and sounds, basically.
Right.
Like nowadays people don't have the attention span for anything. Like everyone has the attention span of a goldfish. I feel like,
I know. I gotta agree on that, because I kind of feel like that's the situation with me nowadays. Admit that, but oh god.
Exactly. Like everyone just, flashes, flashing lights, sounds. I mean, everyone moves fast. I think the only thing they shouldn't move too fast is sex, but each to their own, I guess. So
That is true. Gotta agree on that. But like, yeah, okay. I love how this energy here on Future Girls, like you guys are definitely setting a tone here. I love it.
I love
What?
that.
We're unmedicated. What tone are we talking about?
Right, there's not even a tone yet. Okay, so I mean, we were talking about this whole fandom dynamic, and also like all this mind control narrative that you guys are going for. Like, do you think, or maybe Brock or Michi, like could blockchain based mind control tools empower like marginalized group, or like do they risk reinforcing existing hierarchies?
Oh, definitely. I think that what you just said would have like mass potential for corporations to come in and use it. So whatever equality it would bring, I'd also be scared of the other side of it, I guess. You know, like many things in science, used for both good and evil, perhaps.
Yeah, that's true.
Michi, what do you think? I've been meaning to pick your
yeah.
brain about mind control for a minute. This is a good opportunity.
I would just agree. Sorry, I was busy talking to Josh.
Who's Josh?
Yeah, I don't know. This guy's funny.
Who's Josh?
Oh, in the chat. Like, who the hell is Josh?
Josh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, dude. Because you guys were talking about the heavy shit, and Brock, I knew Brock was gonna kill it, so I just started like, because he said move fast, but make it last, and I said move fast, but please last, and then he said impossibility, and then everyone sending their condolences. Anyways, yes, I agree with you.
Mackie, help me out here. I'm facing out every time. Like I just go blank. My brain is like not braining anymore at this point.
That's exactly what mind control is, right?
Yeah. No, wait. Damn, we just got sucked into Michi's mind control. The fuck was that?
Yeah.
You got
Damn.
psyoped. Anyways, yeah. Please proceed to the next section.
The next section, okay. We can do that. Yep, so maybe not answering about mind control now? Not talking about mind control now?
Okay, I actually have a question. Like, since we like you guys promote like this whole like sim like fandom and everything, have you ever gotten like weird DMs like actually asking for like humiliation fandom things related to that, like asking if you guys offer like services like that?
They do not have. First of all, in Future Girls DM, we ignore them completely. We actually don't read them. We don't read them. I think Brock and I read them like once every 2 months or something. But like,
you know what?
yeah.
Good job, Mackie, for like being friends with Michi on X. Otherwise, we would never be able to get to talk to them.
Shout out to Maki. For real. I love Play Friends, dude. I fucking love Play Friends. Like, you know, but yeah, and then secondly, I don't have any of them actually have the guts to say any of that to us, you know, because I think we managed to create this narrative where like, you know, it's, you know, some people have the energy of like, oh, that person is very sexual, you know, we're selling nothing but sexuality, but at the same time they have this energy in which they're almost untouchable. And I think that's kind of this tone that we set. I think only at the very beginning of our launch, we did have to deal with people, especially like, because I'm the only one who is like doxxed from the team. So it's only natural for people to come after me in the Discord. But, you know, Brock, bless his soul, he's very quick with like, you know, just straight up, like not even a warning. They just ban them. Ban these guys. And, you know, a lot of these people are like whitelist grinder, like they want something from us, right? So they have to be around. And I think I'd say our community is pretty fun to be around with because it's very unfiltered. So in our Discord and in our community, it's just like, you know, be horny but respectful. So
respectfully horny, guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like I said, like 99% of our community has been nothing but awesome. And yeah, I think there was like a couple people at the beginning where it's like really obvious like if you're going too far or not. So we would just ban people because like everybody else gets it if this person can't pick up on the clue of like how to behave, you know. But yeah, it's been great. I mean, our community's like, shout out to everybody that supported us. Y'all are hella funny. I think Michi's only gotten I think you've only gotten one dick pic in your DMs, right? But I think you asked for that specifically.
Huh?
Well, I mean, look, I was Guys, stop! I didn't ask for it. Okay, wait, you know what? I did, but like, it's not like that. One sec, one sec. Let me. Okay, so I'm sorry. So I was in a space, right? I was talking in a space, and we were like, I was with, it was something in Berachain. I think it was from Baby with Baby Graham and Daryl. And I was in a space and we had to give away something towards the end of, the space. And I told them, oh, if you want, like jokingly, I said, if you want a whitelist, send me a dick pic. Who would have thought
Yeah.
that I would get a bunch of dick pics actually asking for, like expecting whitelist? I didn't think people, I mean, I know people are kind of low IQ around. I didn't think they would be that low. So but you know what? I can see why he was proud of his dick. So I saved
Oh.
it. The entire team saw it.
Yeah, it
We
was
cherished it
Okay.
together.
I'm not going to ask you to share it with us, but just so you know, I wanted to, but it's fine.
Also,
Maybe-
if I recall, he was respectfully flaccid in the picture too. Like it was like a chill dick pic, right?
Wait. How is a dick supposed to be chill and not chill?
If you guys want to see it, I'm pretty sure I have his consent. He's got his whitelist. He's happy. So if you want
He got
to see
it
it,
right.
Oh my god. This is crazy. This is really crazy. Who would have thought like coming up to AMA we'd be talking about like dick pics, right?
yeah.
Only with future girls.
Only
only
future
future
girls, definitely.
Oh real for real. Crazy. Okay, so he got his whitelist, and that's a good way to get whitelist. Especially
Yeah.
good one to show to the world, you know.
Oh, we also have like a channel on Discord where people actually share their fit pics. So if you are into that and you want to see free fit pics, feel free to. We actually hired a
Yeah.
mod.
That's so wild.
Which channel
think it
is
was
that?
Brock.
Which
Brock
channel
was
is that? I
like-
don't see it.
It's the cyber snapshot, but you have to like go all the way up. I remember
Oh, okay.
Alice, one of our mods.
Cyber snapshots, I think.
Yeah, she posted like one of the earliest fit pic that was pretty bad, like pretty much of a banger. And Brock was like, "Oh, that's a good fit pic. You are hired as a
Yeah.
mod." So it's pretty easy working around us, you know.
Okay, that's just weird.
I
So
love
guys, if
that.
you're into fitness, just go to Future Girls Discord.
Yay!
And is it free?
It is free, of course.
You don't have to pay for it now, guys.
Oh,
Just
love
go to
that.
Future Girls.
Love
We have
me
no
some free
dignity.
fit pic.
Hello, how would you just say out loud we don't have dignity? Oh my god. Okay, maybe back to one more serious question besides like fit pics. Okay, maybe Brock or Michi can tell us like, are they real world examples where like gamified fandom mechanics, for example, like maybe something wild like punishment system have shifted users behavior or the community norms?
You sound wild yourself, Shani, by the way.
Oh wow, I'm trying to fit in here now. I'm really trying to fit in.
I
sorry.
think Brock can answer that.
What was the question? Sorry.
So are there like any real world example out there where gamified fandom mechanics, so the example I gave was like punishment systems, have shifted users behavior or community norms?
Oh wow, that's a great question. I mean, I think like the idea of like streaming with like built-in tips is like kind of adjacent to that world. Not that it's necessarily like femdom, but I think like giving like female creators like a route to put out content and monetize it is I think like a good example of that, where you're in a lot of ways cutting out like the middleman or cutting out like an agency that would be taking like a cut. And not like streaming is only for women, but obviously I think a lot of male audiences gravitate towards female streamers. So I think like what you guys are doing at Play Friends is like kind of a good example of I mean, you know, we call it like femdom jokingly, but really what it is it's like giving female creators like the ability to monetize their work, right?
Yeah.
So we can call it that tongue in cheek, but at the end of the day, that's really what it is. And so I think, yeah, like streaming services, especially Web3 ones, where you're giving people who might not have traditional banking methods, method to like earn by doing that, that's like a great real world example in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. So any safeguards like Future Girls have, to prevent, all these gamified psychological tools from being exploitative?
Yeah, I mean, I think with like what we try to focus on with games, there's already sort of built-in guidelines as far as like the game is kind of what it is. It can't be like really abused or used in a way. I think for more generalized platforms like social platforms, those guardrails are, I guess, probably more important or more like upfront. So I guess if in the future, if we ever like did like a social aspect to our platform, that's kind of probably when we would need to explore like heavier guardrails for things. Right now, it's just trying to keep people from being creeps in the Discord and stuff, you know.
Mm-hmm. I quite like how you just take this the seat and answer that question, because I'm pretty sure if this question was passed to Michi, she literally just said in the chat that what is safeguard? Like, I don't know what even.
I'm the diplomat on the team. Michi's fully unfiltered, which is why we have her.
Yeah, like you guys like literally balance each other out.
Well, I will say, as we love to be unhinged and we love to be like crazy and joke like what safeguards or whatever, but we do try to walk the line between like being trustworthy, I guess, as a team, but also like not taking ourselves too seriously. So we never want people to feel like we don't care or that we're like scammers or anything. But I think we're all tired of everybody in the space taking themselves like so seriously all the time. Like it's like Walmart has a project on chain or something, and everyone's like corporate, you know.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. Like with that being said, I kind of feel like you guys building on Berachain is kind of like something that is also quite in line with, because with Berachain we do have this kind of vibes. I would say
100%.
Yeah, the not so serious, more unhinged vibes, which obviously suits what Future Girls are like building here.
I just want to say it's really cute that you were kind of like, asking about around this concern about our safety and Future Girls, when it's usually people who should be terrified of us.
Ooh, love.
Like
love.
nobody. Brock is insane with his fucking clapbacks. Like if somebody, I think that's why we have so much fun with Future Girls, because there's no way you can make fun of us.
Yeah.
So
I love that. I love that about you guys. Yeah, guys. So just think carefully before you wanna do anything to Future Girls, because Michi's gonna bring your ass down. Okay, maybe another plate, because like I remember you guys mentioning about 2 games are gonna be like launching soon. Is it live now from Future Girls?
We're about to drop one of them on testnet, and then the other one is still in production.
So at the moment, there's no game just yet. So this one is gonna be the first.
Correct. Yes.
So and that's Bento, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, awesome. So it's more like a model, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like a territory control, and the idea is that you spend Bera to place pixels, and then what you'll earn is a mixture of like Beradrome rewards, and then eventually also BGT once we apply for a rewards vault. The idea being trying to create a game economy that plugs into a more valuable asset that people like want, rather than just some token, like some random coin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So do you have or face like, okay, maybe like more like, how do you respond to all this kind of critics who argues that play to earn models and NFT gamified are like similar to gambling, or like exploit user psychological vulnerabilities?
Oh yeah, that's a great question. I mean, I think just even the normal like mobile game industry, you could be like accused of that, right? It's just
Yeah.
like it's very designed to like to tap into your dopamine and to like kind of get you to spend money, right? Um,
Yeah.
my response for that specifically for Web3 would be that those types of games are going to exist either way, and I think Web3 gives the opportunity for people who are playing them to earn and offset the money that they're spending, rather than it just being about a company making the money. So that's kind of how I see it, I guess, pragmatically. Yeah, Michi, what do you think?
Yeah, I like to hear
Um,
what Michi feels about that.
I'm actually listening this time. I forgot what the
Love
question
that.
was about. Oh, gambling. Yes, I remember. I remember. By the way, sorry, Maki, do you know Kakegurui?
Yes.
You remind me of Yumiko. Hot. Anyways. Anyways,
I
yes,
actually
I
cosplayed
think
Yumeko.
I remember you cosplaying. I was thinking, I was like, wait, I feel like I remember that character, but I couldn't figure out who at the time I saw it. So yeah, I feel like whatever people chose to do on Web3, it's completely their fucking responsibility. So if somebody is about to come and whine like a little bitch about losing their money, it's their fault.
Yeah, no, that's true.
You know. But
Mhm.
we love our users, and I feel like the goal here is, I mean, if you think about the concept of bento, it's not really aligned with um extractions type of shit. Because I feel like it's more of like, for example, I remember trying to explain to Mikey about how bento works, and I
Mhm.
remember, because I used to work for, well, I still work for Paradrum too, but I remember the huge difference of trying to explain to someone how Paradrum works and trying to explain to someone how bento works is very significantly different. Because in Paradrum, even when you're in crypto since 2016, but if you never touch DeFi, if you're only, around because of ETH, because you bought this, that, or like in the trench in Solana, you you might not be able to grasp the concept of how Paradrum works at all. As for bento, I can just tell people, hey, you can literally draw like a dick pic and you can earn from it.
Mm.
Like
Oh,
it's
interesting.
and like how does it work? Like basically once people get that simplified hook, I think it's easier to draw like the graphic and explain to them how they can earn from it, what's the risk of investing in, these bento box by drawing pixels in and stuff like that. So yeah, that's that.
Right. Yeah. You got me at the point where you can literally draw a dick to earn. How do you do that? Like how does that work? My mind just like keep thinking about that. Cause I'm pretty sure I can draw a lot of dick to earn money. Right?
Um, I mean, yeah. Hmm.
I was
So
thinking
like
maybe we can draw like the Play Friends logo, like I was thinking more of that end.
Ooh.
so that's the great thing about bento, right? Is it's about controlling territory. So whether you want to draw the Play Friends logo or you want to draw a dick pic, those are both options for you to participate in the game. So
Exactly.
it's truly for everyone,
Yeah. Okay. So when? I guess the question here is when is it gonna go testnet? Because I would
uh
want to know.
literally testnet next
Mm-hmm.
week, and this will be the second testnet we've done for it. So
Mm.
testnet next week with our new UI, and then live 1st of July is the tentative date if we can get everything done. So yeah, less than a month you guys can play it, you can stream it, and put the Play Friends logo up.
Or maybe a dick.
Ooh, okay.
Maybe a dick.
Maybe a thing from Maggie's side. Love that. Okay, yeah. I mean, we will definitely be there to try out when it's up on testnet. I mean, I'm excited about that. What about you, Mackie? Are you excited about drawing dicks?
Yeah, no. I remember when I first found it, that I asked Michi about it. I was like, trying to draw, but then like the page like refreshed or something, and then someone else like draw something like big, and I was like, okay, I don't know what just happened, because it had like just reset it, right? So like it was like kind of empty, and then boom, like a lot of like drawings again. So I was like, okay, and I haven't really drawn anything yet, but I'm excited to try it. I'm excited to try it out. I really like it.
You'll like the new website is much smoother. We added a bunch of features and really cleaned up the UX. So yeah, I'm excited for everyone to try it. It's a funny story actually. We when we launched the first testnet, there was a guy who made a bot that he could upload an image and it would paint like the whole board with his image. And so we actually hired him to help us work on the website and the code. So he's been awesome, and he helped us make the website like way smoother. So we're really excited to unveil the new website next week.
Okay. Nice. Awesome.
Love that.
Josh says Splatoon. What's that? Splatoon?
Splatoon is
It kind of is inspired by Splatoon, actually. On Nintendo, the game where you paint with the guns. Yeah. Or Tony Hawk's Graffiti Mode, if anybody has played like Tony Hawk's from back in the day. Similar idea, obviously a more simple graphical user interface, you know. The pixel placing is based off of Reddit Place, if you guys remember that. I don't know.
Okay, interesting. I've not heard of this game. Maybe I'm not the best at games. I'm pretty sure Mackie maybe heard of it. But okay, it's nice to know that maybe it's inspired from Splatoon. Okay, so we've been talking about how Future Girls and how all this fandom narrative that you guys are going down with. So maybe an interesting question to you. Could like decentralized fandoms inspired system, counters toxic behavior like harassment?
I think I'm gonna say something first because I'm the female here, and I feel like us as females, I think we can relate so much about being harassed and stuff. I don't think you can do anything like directly in particular about dealing with this type of stuff, but I think what we can do is to build and attract the right community that fits what you want. Like I said, I feel like, I mean, if you don't know anything about Future Girls and you come across our page, you'll be like, what the hell is going on? There's so many, it's literally full of naked girls and this and that. We're selling that sexuality, but at the same time, I have been harassed the least on Future Girls than I have been in every other project that has nothing to do with nudity or like this and that. I feel like, I don't know, it's such a weird thing, but I feel like it's because we embrace it. People tend to just they don't, it doesn't give them like a space to even think about something inappropriate. I don't even know how to explain it, but yeah, I think as long as you build the right community, I don't think there's anything more we can do other than kicking or like banning people on our Discord when it comes to that type of stuff to like prevent that from happening. What do you think, Brock?
Yeah, I totally agree. I think you hit the nail on the head. I think building the community, kind of like Web3 is a really powerful tool for community building. So, like Michi said, I think the best thing you can do is just try to build a community full of people who are chill and not nuts. And yeah.
Yeah, I find it really interesting, honestly, like the way you say it, like how, how as much as you guys portray Future Girls in this manner, but harassment part is actually the least, at least from what you experience, Michi, within this community. Josh mentioned that, he that makes sense, and I kind of relate to that in a way. Yeah, I feel like I do get it in a certain sense where sometimes you if you own step up, own up, and then just be loud about it. Sometimes people like what you mentioned earlier, they be scared of you instead of you being scared of them.
Yeah, and also I think the simplest way to like the simplest analogy is like, if I don't want to touch and like I'm not into fucking politics and shit, so I'm not gonna go that way. But like imagine if a country is conservative and everyone's fully covered. I feel like statistically, there you go. Like assault cases are so much higher in those places than in places where people are less conservative, where you can wear whatever you want, where you can, do drugs and whatever. Because people are curious because they've never seen, like they only it kind of leaves too much room in their imagination. Hence, people going naturally by their nature, they just yeah. But yeah.
No, I
That
totally
makes
agree
sense.
actually because like the more you try to control and restrain someone from doing something, the more they just kind of like want to go ahead and do it. Just because I want to do it, you say no, I want to do it even more.
By the government worst. Okay. Newt is one of our funniest community members. We love Newt.
Hi, Nude.
Hi,
Is Nude here?
Newt.
Yeah, he's
Hi,
there.
Nude. Hi, Nude. I see you now. Hello, hello.
Hello.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So, with that being said, how does Future Girls, reconcile the eroticized power dynamic of femdom with inclusive, content-driven tech design?
Rock.
Yeah, I think it's kind of like Michi said. I think with like the branding, you're sort of like reclaiming that attitude, right? Something that I guess normally would be used in an exploitative manner, kind of turning it on its head. Related specifically to tech, I just feel like we need more of those types of like, I don't know, like funny and interesting brands in tech. I feel like a lot of the time tech becomes very sterile and corporate. And like I said, people take themselves really seriously. Web3, we should have fun with it, especially gaming. Like another thing with gaming is I feel like Web3 gives us an opportunity to avoid a lot of the pitfalls that the gaming industry fell into originally in the 2000s with everybody on different platforms, nobody's able to play together, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now that you touch about gaming within the Web3 industry, what is your opinion on gaming? General opinion on gaming
in Web3 specifically?
Yeah.
Oh, I think that most Web3 games are trash, honestly, and don't really even have a reason to be in Web3. Like, most of them are literally just Web2 games, and then people make, like, a shitcoin and put it, like, tack it on, right? That's why, specifically with Bento, we've been really focused. Like, it's fully on-chain, and there's no token other than, like, native Berachain tokens. Like, there's no shitcoin to earn. So, yeah. I have a very pessimistic outlook on Web3 gaming, which is actually why I work in the field, because I feel like there needs to be some change,
Yeah. Well, I mean, we are definitely excited to see Bento. Yeah.
If you look at it, majority of what I noticed from the gaming industry in Web3 is that half of them is a flop and half of them is overly ambitious rock. I think the best example would be Illuvium. They raised millions. It was insane amount. I remember it was over 40 millions. Like I couldn't really put the number, but it was shit tons of money. 2 years in development, and they never really delivered what they promised to deliver. But and then Axie right now, I'm actually pretty excited to see where Axie is going. but the first one flopped because the price of the token went down. People were dumping. But you know, they make a remake. I think Maki would love this, honestly, if you game. It's like Axie is just like a little Pokemon, but now they're making the MMORPG version of it, which is fucking awesome. And I feel like if anything, they would be the only team that could nail it, possibly, because they had experience in the past and they have the money too. But I feel like judging by people's sentiment towards you know possibility of having good games in Web3, people actually want it. It's just that I don't know. It's just like, you know, either the team rocks or they just haven't found the way to implement it on Web3 properly, and they just gave up halfway because they have all the seed money. But yeah, I'm on the same line as Brock. I feel like it's pretty sad at the moment.
Yeah. I guess within Web3, everything or every like what you mentioned most people do in Web3 is mainly for the money, like for the bread, right? To get more.
Mhm.
So if it's just a game that might not be the best, but you get to throw it out there and you get to make like bread, why not, right? People be doing that. That's why we need more like better, good games. I don't think it's the end of Web3 gaming. It's
Oh, for sure.
yeah, so just more better people out there to get. It's still like an infant stage, I would say, for gaming within Web3.
Mhm.
A lot of people are still trying to figure out what they can do here. Better stuff, build better stuff, I would say.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's nice and good to know that this is what Future Girls are trying to do, as in like you guys see the issue within the space. Right. So maybe I mean like we've been talking and I totally forgot about the timing and it's like 10 minutes over this whole space and AMA. Like I still feel like talking to you, but I don't want to like hold you guys back. So maybe one more question before we wrap this space.
Yeah.
But we
Take
definitely
your
can
time.
do. Yeah, like one more space. So okay, now that you guys are building and we understand how Future Girls work, so what's next for the community? And like in the end, what do you guys feel like you want to be by the end of this be giving back to the community?
Michi, I'll let you start.
What do you want to give back to the community? Am I getting it right?
Yeah, at the end of this, what is that the thing that you want to like give back and achieve for your community?
I think personally, I just wanted to give back hope that Web3 can be a decent place where you can have fun and make money, and you don't have to be ultra giga mega brained to make money, because you know the reason why DeFi and all these farms and yields are they give you good APR is because not to me it's feels like because not many people know how to use them. And you know the not so many amount of people that know how to use them, they just make use of it. But we want to make that I guess reachable for everyone. Like I don't care where you're from. Like you know whichever part of the world you're from, you're welcomed in our community. We want you to feel welcomed in our community. You can be as crazy as you want to be, as long as there's no illegal stuff involved, obviously. Other than drugs, I think, yeah, I think it's part of the Web3.
Instantly.
I think drugs is like a big culture in Web3 in general because of what happened in the past. But yeah, I just wanted to give back in terms of faith, I guess, towards the space, and that you can make it. You can make it here.
Yeah, that's true. Love it. What about you, Brock? What do you think?
I will use this opportunity to maybe drop a little alpha for our NFT holders. We've got a couple cool things planned. We've got staking coming that's going to have a couple different. Sorry, did you guys lose me?
Yeah.
We did.
Okay. I'm back. We're gonna have staking for our NFTs, which will have some cool rewards associated with them. Michi's been working on something related to that. And then we're also going to have a couple airdrops coming. Michi mentioned one that she's working on. And then we're also working on something with Blockchain LOL, which is like the Spreader Gremlins L2 on Bearchain. So we're going to be the first NFT collection on their testnet. And that's going to be an airdrop for our holders. So yeah, some exciting stuff coming up for the community. And yeah, like we said, we're just trying to build some cool games that aren't just about extracting from people, but also giving them the opportunity to earn and kind of be part of it too. So yeah, that's basically it. Thanks so much for having us, you guys. This is great.
Thank you. I guess there's one question I got curious while I was reading the chat because Jason mentioned like how big is actually Future Girls team at the moment?
So it's kind of it's a tricky question because there's a couple layers to it. Like our operations team is just like there's like basically 3 of us. It's like me, Michi, Boss Baby. And then we've got a few mods in the Discord, and then we work with different game studios. So like Bento is made by Gumball, which is also the dev lab that I co-founded, and there's 3 people on that. Our second game, Super Collider, is being worked on by like a larger studio out of Vietnam. So there's like probably a lot of people there. So yeah, I don't know. The team itself is quite small. We're incubated by a larger game company. When I mentioned earlier, that kind of had the IP and the brand. So yeah, it's me and Michi are sort of the proverbial tip of the iceberg, if you will.
Love that. Well, we love what you are building here. Please keep doing what you're doing. You can see with all the gifts and everything, you know how Play Friends love you guys as well. Thank you so much for being here with us today and giving us this energy. Love it. And yes, Michi, we're gonna like definitely talk more. Like we're gonna have you more here after. Like maybe you know what? Even in the future, we can have like a Future Girls lobby where Michi, you and your community, be in here and can just like be talking the whole time.
I mean, I don't know.
Aaron's like, yes, please.
I don't know who in the right mind would want to sit down and listen to me talk
I'm sure
for hours.
everyone will play friends. I would. Mackie would. King Keys is like.
My heart just nodded. Ah, it's beating so hard. Thanks, guys. You guys are so sweet.
We love you here. So, like, yeah, thank you so much. We'll be waiting for the testnet for Bento. And yes, definitely looking forward to everything that you guys are building. And we will be supporting you from here. Love you guys. Thank you, Michi and Bob, for being here today with us.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Love you guys.
We'll talk soon. Thank you so much.
Thank
You
you.
love a lot.
Bye now.
Bye.
Bye.
How do I get out of this?